Hello everybody and welcome back into the channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today is such a special day because it's not only BEADMAS day 7, I've also changed the mat, so you know we're really about to get to crafting now for sure because I've got my craft mat down. But friends, today is such a special day because it's Thanksgiving. And I am so honored to have this platform to be able to wish each and every one of you that watch this video, my extended YouTube family, I do consider you my family, a blessed, beautiful, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of you. I truly love each and every one of you. I really, really do. You guys mean everything to me. My friends, before we get into crafting on day 7 of BEADMAS, I am going to do something special because I feel it on my heart and I want to say a prayer. And I hope you will join me in this prayer. I do believe in the power of number and the power of prayer. If you all will join me, I would love that. If you want to fast forward, please fast forward. So, friends, let us pray. Heavenly Father, on this day of gratitude, we pause to thank you for the blessings you've placed in our lives. Thank you for the gift of our family, friends, and the love that surrounds us. Thank you for the food before us and the hands that have prepared it. Thank you for the strength that carries us through the hard days and the joy that brightens the good ones. May our hearts stay humble, our words be kind, our homes be filled with peace and grace. May this day remind us to notice the blessings in our life: kindness, connection, warmth, and hope. We hold close the memories of those we love who are now with you. We pause to honor the place they once filled at our tables, their laughter, their smile, their wisdom, and the light they brought into our life. Though we feel their absence, we know their presence remains in our heart. We thank you, Lord, and ask that you hold them close in your eternal peace and surround us with comfort. Bless our memories with warmth. Bless our hearts with hope and strength, and help us feel their closeness in the quiet moments and carry their legacy with grace. We thank you, dear Lord, for the time that we had with them and for the promise that your love never ends. Amen. I need a minute, guys. Thank you. Thank you for those of you that prayed that prayer with me. As you all know, very difficult holiday season. For me, I lost my beautiful mom earlier in the year to advanced stage dementia. And it's rough. It's just the first time I've had a holiday in my life without any parents. I lost my dad many, many, many years ago. He was too young and so was I. But I know my parents are with the good Lord, as long with the Lord. So thank you guys. I wanted to say that prayer. I appreciate you so much for praying with me. I had to just take a moment to collect myself. I knew this was going to be a rough Thanksgiving, and it's rough, guys, in that, you know, the heart hurts. The heart hurts. It takes time. It takes time to heal. Okay, I am going to reset, and we are going to get to some beady goodness, because that's what my parents would want me to do. They would be so proud, and I know that they're proud. And I know they're sitting right here next to me. So God bless each and every one of you, and thank you guys so much for being along this journey with me. It just means so much, and I just appreciate you all so much. I know I say it all the time, but I truly mean it. So, my friends, let's get to some crafting, shall we? And what's so appropriate today, my friends, is that I literally have such a fun craft project for today. A doorknob hanger that requires nothing but just my hands to create, your hands to create, and let's just bask in love and bask in peace and have a little bit of fun making some crafts. That's what we're gonna do. That is certainly what I need right now. So my friends, let's make some doorknob hangers, guys. I know, oops, look at me. Okay, well, that's correct. Let me bring things over. Let me just get it off the tray. Friends, let me share with you some of the supplies that I'm gonna use. But of course, friends, you can use just about anything so long as you have this little fella. We'll talk about this little fella in a second. Um, Guys, I know you've seen these doorknob hangers just about any retail store. Dollar Tree's got them. This is all you need. You can pick these up in any craft store, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Amazon, just about anywhere. Okay, and they're just these wooden rings, and they're just a multi-purpose craft situation here. And I wanted to make a doorknob hanger for the holidays. So that's what we're gonna do. So this is definitely where we need to start right here. And then friends, I have some twine. This is some twine that is like a 3-ply. It's a very similar twine to the twine, if you've bought any of my wood tassel garland, uh, twine that comes in those kits, it's the same twine, but it's just some standard twine, friends. And you can find this at any hobby or craft store or online, okay? And so this is what I'm gonna use to wrap around, okay? So we've got that. Then I've just got some beads that I chose because I'm gonna actually do something really fun. Now guys, I'm not kidding. I've never done this before, but I thought I'm gonna take these fun green imitation jade rondelles and I'm going to use some craft wire and I'm gonna see if I can get it to wrap around and if it looks cute. If not, we'll take it off, but that's what I'm gonna do. That's why those are here. And craft wire, I'm gonna use the 24 gauge here in silver. I'm literally making this for myself, and I've never made this before. I also am using some glue. Now, the only reason I'm using the Ultra Gel Loctite today is because it dries so fast, but you could probably use some Elmer's, just some standard craft glue. You could probably even use E6000 or some GS Hypo, because I know that they work on wood as well. So I'm just using this for just the video so that it will dry as I go. So you will need some glue. And then really anything, guys. Like, I'm gonna show you the rest of what I'm putting probably on my doorknob hanger. So guys, these cute little, I usually put these around my window and I time around my lights, and they're so cute. And so I'm thinking I'm gonna use this ribbon. You know, you can get any kind of cool craft ribbon or wide decorative wood ribbon, like the fabric, or any fun holiday, or you know, you don't even have to make a holiday one. You can make it for every day and tie your own ribbon, but I'm going to use this one. So this one I'm going to glue on there. And then, my friends, I have the macrame cord. So if you've gotten any of my sparkle bags, I have included this in some of my recent bags, but this is just some standard 3-ply macrame cord. I'm not sure which one of my bags this was in, but maybe my summer bag. I think it was Seashores, and then Sleigh Ride this year. I just put some beautiful mulberry in there. So, you know, you could use that, or just, you know, any kind of like 3-ply cord. You could also use the twine, and that's so that we can dangle the things on the on the bottom of the door hanger. So really, honestly, you could frankly probably use any kind of like cotton or hemp cord, anything like that. So that's what that cord's for. And let me put a few things out of the way while I'm sorting out here. Okay, and then guys, bell. You gotta have a bell, right? So I grabbed some of my Christmas bells, and these are actually my beautiful mother's. These were my mom's. She loved bells. She hung them everywhere in the house for Christmas. And so I've got one in gold and one in silver. I am not sure if I'm gonna use one or both, but I have a bell, and you can get the smaller ones too. Pick them up anywhere. So I've got my bells, as you can hear. Jingle, jingle. And then here's something fun. And I'm going to pull a few things over just to give you guys some ideas if you want to do like a holiday themed one. So, guys, these are mini ornaments that I use for one of my mini trees that I put in my kitchen. And or sometimes I put in my pantry. I have like a cool pantry where it's like my coffee station. Sometimes I'll put it there. But these are these cute little mini ornaments, friends. I love these. I pulled a bunch of them that I already put some ribbon on. This one is a bell. I actually have some like this that are on my wreaths. So there's a bunch of those. And then guys, I just wanted to bring out like just some sample like ornaments that I have. This is just obviously not them all, but I have like, look at these guys. These are so absolutely precious. I cannot even tell you how adorable. I love it because sometimes I do a silver tree. Look at these. Now, something big and decorative like this, if you have, I could do just this on the bottom, which I was considering, like, how cute as anything is this, right? How adorable with some of these bigger ornaments. So it's my little stocking. And then here's another one. I have a really big ornament. It's a tree, right? But this also would work because you wouldn't need to put anything else but just the bells if you have a really large ornament like, ooh, I like that. Ooh, I might even do that. I don't know if I'm even gonna use this. I'm looking at this like, oh, that is so pretty. Oh, I like that. So I've got this one, and then I have a bunch of like snowflakes, and sometimes I do a gold tree. So I have my snowflakes, and sometimes I'll just hang these also on, my lights or my garland, whatever. But we could even do something like that, right? With a bigger ornament. I'm getting glitter all over, by the way, guys. This is a happy day. This just turned into a whole wonder bar for me because now I have not only a craft, but I have glitter everywhere. Okay, but here's something else too I'm thinking is how fun is this if you had something like this but maybe a little bit smaller? Like how fun is that? Like just picture that being a smaller type of an ornament, like a snowflake situation like this, or like any kind of a flat ornament you have, if it was smaller, like why couldn't you like put it there instead of a bow? How cute would that be? Oh my goodness. So I just want to give you guys a couple of ideas of some different, I've got these two guys. Like these are some of my gold ornaments. Like these right here, they're long. So like, yeah, like any like big ornaments too, you could just like totally hang those on there. Some, just a bunch of fun ideas. Okay guys, so let me put this stuff to the side on my tray actually, because we're gonna get the glue and we're gonna start with first things first, which is going to be glue and the twine. Okay, let me get it myself straightened out here. Okay, let me get you guys in a little bit. Okay, so I am going to grab my scissors, and guys, I think we need some scissors. By the way, we're crafting for real today. We need some scissors, friends, and some glue, and any decorative, fun ornaments or whatever, ribbon. I mean, whatever. And by the way, if you guys have some ideas, please shoot them off in the comments. Because I've never done this before, so this is the first time for me, but I'm just like, I saw this in, I don't know, in magazine or I don't know, on Pinterest or where I was. But anyway, I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. I can make that because I have this. And I've had this for 3-4 years, and I'm really honestly not sure what I was even going to use it for, but now I know what I'm using it for, so there you go. So here's my twine, okay, and I think I'm just gonna maybe just cut a little bit of the frou-frou up the end. I'm gonna grab my glue, and let's figure out how to even do this, guys, because I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. Okay, so, all right, let's get the glue going. I may need to grab another glue. Stay on your mat, Jen. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that because this is the Loctite, I'm hoping we don't have to glue like both sides, but I'm just gonna go like a little at a time because I don't want to go too far ahead of myself. So I'm gonna go there, and then, oh boy, I hope I hope I'm not super gluing my finger. I don't know. It's possible I am. I don't know. Well, because I have to hold that there. Oh, okay, here we go. And then let me wrap it around. Yeah, okay, so this was smart to not put too much glue too far ahead of myself, for sure. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have super glue on my finger, on the back of my thumb there. Pretty sure. Oh, on the back of my thumb. I don't, is that a word? Is that a thing? Guys, do you know me? Do you know that I also make up words? If you've been around the channel, you know that I also make up words. So, oh, I didn't. I felt like I did. I felt like I did, but I didn't. I hope you guys zoomed in enough. I hope so. Okay, so let's get you laid down. Okay, yeah, because this is wanting to glue pretty fast. So let me stop talking. My little chattermouth, as my mother would say, you're such a chatterbox. Little did I know that YouTube would ever be in my future. Okay, there we go. Okay, I've got the last of my little section of glue. I'm gonna press it down. Oh, now I'm gonna get all gluey. Okay, now it's a craft day. Now it's a craft day. We got glue. We got glue, and I've got whatnot all over. Well, then that's a good time. That's what's making me happy. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep doing this, guys. I'm gonna go a little at times like this with my glue. Okay, and I'm just gonna keep wrapping around my twine until I've gone all the way around my circle. And it's all glued on here. And just to give you guys an idea, if you've never done anything like this, so that was about 15 minutes, just so you know. That was about 15 minutes. Now, I'm right at the end here, so I think I'm gonna give it another proper amount of glue, like even a little excessiveness there. And make sure that that stays down, because I know we have to cut this now. And I definitely don't want it to unravel. Now, I have literally not even turned it around yet, so we'll see how good that the front looks, because I would just kind of make an assumption that this is the... Okay. Did you guys just see what I did? Oh, I can't. Okay, yeah, I think I got all the sticky part of the glue. So then, I feel like we need to, like, trim it. I don't know, guys. I'm doing this with you, so I feel like we need to trim it, like, kind of halfway between the width here of my little circle thingy, and then put some glue here. And then I'm actually gonna grab, like, a popsicle stick. Yeah, I sure am. I'm gonna grab a popsicle stick. I have one right here to lay that down so I don't super glue my fingers again. I'll tell you, I'm probably just gonna have to fix my nails by the time this is over. But I want that to be like, see, it's not doing it, guys. So you know what? Because it's all glued down there and I just couldn't get that last piece to go right there, I don't care. I'm just gonna trim it then. Huh. So there, but I did a good job, I think. I think I did a good enough job. Okay, so this is, I never turned it around from here. Guys, look. That's pretty good. Pretty good for my first time. You know, that right there where I just put all that glue? Let's cover that up with a bow or something. I have super glue all over my hands. This is making me very happy. Here's what I'm thinking I'm gonna do just by looking at this. Let me zoom out a little bit. I am going to, like, see how there's like these little hair duty dads, whatever. You know, I do have some of that spray, like that clear spray stuff. I feel like, but it's in my storage since I've moved. It's in storage. Most of my craft things are actually. I know it's almost a sin, but it's what it is right now. But you could probably even do something like that, I'll bet you. Oh, and if you had spray glue, this would probably go way faster, I'll bet too. Yeah, I've got crafts to have a whole craft party with a party of at least a party of 8. I sure do. Okay, that's what I've got, guys. let's figure out what's next. So to me, I don't know, because we're doing as we go. The macrame that I had grabbed, guys, was, I was thinking that's what we would use once I determine what I'm gonna hang here. Now, I think I'm for sure gonna do the bell, but I think I'm not kidding. I almost want both bells, but maybe not. Maybe just one bell. I don't know, but I know a bell's going here, but I wanted something else too, though. So I don't know. Am I gonna make this like a multicolor? I don't know. I'm not sure. But that is what this is for, right? So that's what the macrame is for. So the next thing I want to do, let me get this over here, is I think I want to grab some of this, a bunch of this 24 gauge wire here. Let me kind of go in there like this, and maybe I'll bring up a decent tail, and let's get that wrapped around. Maybe just, doesn't need just maybe twice. And we'll leave it like that. And I think then we might need to tuck it in instead of trimming it. I don't know. I have no idea. We're doing this together. Okay. And so my idea, I don't know if it's going to work, we'll see, is to lay that bead on the top and then pull the wire through. And kind of keep doing this the whole way around. That was my idea. Let's see how my idea plays out. Okay, let's get the beads to come around. Okay, come around. There you go. Okay, and so, yeah, I think this might work, guys. Ooh. Ooh, idea alert. Ooh. And I think I'm just gonna wanna really probably make sure that I'm making that tight is what I feel like. And this is just gonna be however it's gonna be. So that's what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm just gonna hold a bead on top, pull the wire back through, and just keep wrapping the wire around and then laying that bead on the top. Now I'm definitely pulling this wire tight. And it doesn't even matter like what our spacing is, if it's together, if it's wider, it's whatever we want it to be, because we're just embellishing and decorating something so dark on cute to go on the door. So that's all I'm doing. Look how cute this is. So I'm just gonna keep doing this until I get all the way around, and then I'll see you back in a second again. All those beads on, so that if you want to do something like this, definitely feed your beads on first and do a little situation at the end there like I did with a ginormous piece of wire. And you know, yeah, so like I'm coming up on this one, so like I'm pushing it down and then I'm pulling this wire really tight, and then I'm gonna lay this bead wherever, kind of, I'm just kind of pushing it a little bit into place, but not really too worried about it, and then just pulling the wire back around, and oops, up I go and around, and that's pretty much what I've done the whole time. So there we go, and then that is literally my last bead right there. And now if I want to feed another bead on here, I could. I surely have plenty of wire, but I think I'm good. And I'm just kind of wondering now, all right, Jen, what are you gonna do with this wire? How are we gonna get this tucked in? So I don't know. Okay, guys, I don't know, but my idea is let me trim some of that off. And I'm thinking that, you know, maybe we need to, oh no, that would make that end in the front. I was thinking maybe to tuck this wire to the side, so I'm actually going to grab a pair of my pliers and kind of tuck it under this wire right next to it, and then just kind of bring it up and maybe wrap it a little bit right there. This is just on the fly, guys. I don't know. Some ideas. Oh yeah, that works. Yay. Okay. And then maybe I'll just go ahead and trim. Maybe I'll just go ahead and trim that little bit of that wire off. And let me just maybe tuck that down in there. I don't want it to be sharp and scratch, you know, the doorknob or what have you, but I think that that works. Let me pull that behind this wire here and push it over. Ooh, look, yay. Okay, there's your next step. As if I'm a pro and I have an instruction sheet next to me. Okay, and so now we just have this one, which I suppose we just need to really do kind of something like the same. Now that I've done all that embellishing, I'm not really sure where I'm supposed to put my little ribbon. I don't know, maybe right there. Let's determine where that's gonna go so that we can now do the bottom. I think maybe right here. Remove my pliers. And I think we need the glue again, guys. That's kind of a little like a twisty tie situation on it. But I think I wanna just like glue right on the fabric if I'm telling you the truth. And I'm gonna go like this with the twisty tie. I'm gonna put it right behind the bow. And then that'll help the bow be a little bit more laying like it's supposed to. Yeah, oh, I can't. Look how cute that is. And then I just need to figure out a place that I can get this glued. I may have to actually move a bead. I may need to move some of these beads and spread them over. I think I just did it so that I can just get some room for my bow right there. I think so. And for that fact, I didn't even think of that. So guys, I probably should have not put some beads right there. I didn't even think to leave an empty space for my bow, for heaven's sakes. But that's okay, because I can fit them right there. And so I'm gonna grab my glue, and I'm gonna put my bow, oops, well, thank goodness that's a gel control. I'm gonna put some glue right here. Put a nice amount there. All right. Let's stick you down right there on that twine. Uh-huh. Yep. And you stuck. You stuck just like you were supposed to. So yeah, I probably should have, I can cover that bead up with this little tail of my ribbon. I probably should have not put so many beads so close together, so. Okay, this is ridiculous. Oh. Yes, love. Okay. All right, friends. Next thing I'm thinking is what we're gonna do down here. So I'm for sure going to do a bell. I don't know why it's turning out to be green and silver, because it wasn't intentional, because I do like some multicolor situations in my life, that's for certain. But I do also like, I really like this. This is adorable. I love, love, love this. And you know what else I have? It's kind of like a bead type thing, is this. Look at this. I wonder if I can get the cording through here. Well, if not, I'm gonna make it. Okay, friends, I got it in there. Finally got it in there. Okay. So, I mean, it's just too cute. So what I'm just thinking is, I wonder if we just do like an overhand knot at the bottom. And maybe we do that just so that it won't come off. I'm thinking so. Okay, so I did that. And I don't think that's going anywhere. I can do another knot just for security. And I'll even do another double knot here. There we go, that's not going anywhere. And then I'm gonna kind of, it actually looks really cute dangling, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it, and I think I'm gonna singe it. And of course I can't find a wire and grab it. Okay, so that's done. And now it's just a matter of hanging the lengths we want to hang. Aw, this is getting to be too cute. So I think the bell, let's just take this and tie an overhand knot. And let's grab our pliers and see if that works. We tie an overhand knot with the wire. Will it work? Let me grab another pair of pliers here. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness, guys. Boy, that just worked out. Okay. Cut. And cut. Can also, let me move this back around over here. And then we'll cut it in the back. And same thing, I'm going to tuck that in. I have absolutely no idea how long this video is running. And I honestly am good. I have been trying to do much quicker videos for this full series, but right now, guys, in this crafting situation, it's just way too much fun. I don't even know. And so this is as long as it is. There is a pokey there. I just felt you. There you, right there. Fix that. Okay, so we've got that. And now I definitely don't want to have any more silver, but I mean, this is just, this has to be in my life. That's for certain. What if we just went around with this, like this, and just figured out how to get it secure? So I want that to be much longer, like way down here. So, I guess we'll just do, we'll do a couple of overhand knots, and then maybe we'll do them in the back. Yeah, let's do that. We'll just do a knot there, and for that fact, we don't have to even singe, I'll just glue it. So we'll go like that, and then like that. So 2 overhand knots in the back. I am then going to cut that real close. And then I'm gonna glue. I'm gonna glue that knot. So, don't you guys think this is a fun craft? Let me know in the comments. Super glued my finger again. It's a good day. It's a good craft day. I've got glue all over my fingers. Okay, so, oh my gosh. Okay, so we've got this, and I like that. I like it. I like that it's just, that's, you can't even see where, you're like, well, how did it get on there? Oh, well, you'll never know. You know, we could make this really, really full. There's just a zillion and one things. I definitely think we need some green in my life here. Knot here, and then we'll do the same thing we just did with the other one. We'll just do a small little knot here. Okay, and I'll worry about cutting that in a minute. And then it's just all about placement. That right there. Okay. So I'm going to tie it right there in the back. And, well, that's it for my macrame. And I do not even think I have any left other than that. So that might have to be it, guys. That's it for that macrame. It's sold out in the store for sure. So I can't even grab any out of the inventory. And it was so popular, and I can see why, because, boy, there's a lot of, I did a bag strap, I did like a wristlet. I've done several things with this macrame. I really love it. Okay, so there's that. Oh, oh, my goodness gracious. Guys, this is ridiculously cute. Cut that really close, and then let me also glue that knot. This was really, really fun. I had no idea how this I was gonna make this. I didn't know how it was gonna turn out. I had no idea. Let me get my good tools out of the way here. And this is how this turned out. Now, my friends, if I'm being honest, I am gonna try to dig up some more macrame and figure out how to continue to further embellish this darling, darling situation I have going on here, because I need more. I need more things. You know, I suppose, no, I don't want another bell. But I will, ooh, I'm not mad at that one. I mean, it's a little big though for the door. But I do have a bunch of these little sparklies, and I'm wondering about, I'm just gonna find another like coordinating cord or some more of this little thin ribbon situation, because I would love to have like quite a few of them dangling here. And so this, oh, guys, I also have the star. And I don't have anything in front of me. I didn't know where this was gonna go, guys. And I did not know how much cord I would use. You know, I could also just grab some leather. But you guys get the idea. And who knows how long this is run. So I will let you guys go. I am so glad you guys joined me today. I think these doorknob hangers are so cute. There's 1,000,001 things obviously we can do here, friends. I have a dirty glittery mat. I have super glue all over, and I need to clean up this so that we could get to the next craft. So, my friends, again, thank you guys so much for joining me on your Thanksgiving, or if you're seeing this on replay, thank you so much for watching. I hope I've inspired you, and I hope you will try to make some fun doorknob hangers, excuse me, and either for yourself or gifting, because boy was this fun. This was actually really fun. We'll see you in the next one, friends. Be blessed.